I watched helplessly as my mistress was forced to drink poisoned wine by her vicious stepsister. I desperately lunged to bite her, but I was too weak. She swatted me away with one palm, and I died on the spot. Coughing up blood, she threw my body and my mistress's corpse into a mass grave together. But the next moment, I woke up in the darkness. To avenge my mistress, I licked her hand. A flash of red light passed, and I possessed her body directly. After rebirth, my every move carried the seductive charm of a fox spirit. I remembered how my mistress had her engagement stolen by her stepsister, then was poisoned to death by her. So the first step of revenge was to steal the man her stepsister loved most. I pretended to be kidnapped by bandits and timed it perfectly for the man to play hero and rescue me. When he asked where I lived, I acted pitiful and said since he saved my life, I was willing to be his servant forever. So he brought me into the general's mansion. The stepsister became alert the moment she heard the general brought home a woman. The general said I was just a homeless, pitiful soul. The stepsister only relaxed after confirming I was merely a servant. At the victory banquet that night, I performed a seductive dance and pretended to stumble into his arms. Casting a charm spell on him, the stepsister rushed up in fury and pushed me down. But when she saw my face clearly, she looked like she'd seen a ghost, because I looked like her dead sister. She hated this face more than anything. She grabbed a knife to slash my face and cut my arm. Just as she was about to continue, the general rushed in to stop her. He helped me up and took me away. While applying medicine in his room, I grabbed his hand. I told him he was the only man in the world who treated me kindly and begged him not to leave. Seeing how pitiful I was, he agreed to stay. But the stepsister suddenly barged in and slapped me, then demanded the general throw me out. I panicked and begged him not to send me away. After hesitating, the general compromised. He let me stay in the servants' quarters and ordered me not to wander without permission. The stepsister was unwilling but had no choice but to agree. The next day, while he was practicing swordsmanship, I draped a robe over his shoulders. He questioned why I kept trying to seduce him. I said I only wanted one more look at him. He firmly told me he had promised the stepsister to love only her for life and told me to give up. But I made a bet with him, then leaned close to whisper in his ear. This scene was spotted by a spying nanny, who immediately reported it to her mistress. The stepsister flew into a rage and ordered the nanny to teach me a lesson while the general was away. They hung me up and threatened me with needles. I sneered and asked why they didn't dare do this in front of the general. The stepsister was provoked. Just as she was about to order them to pierce me, the general suddenly returned. He pushed her aside directly and said disappointedly that since he promised to love only her, he wouldn't break his word. But her use of torture showed extreme distrust in him. He rescued me, ordered the nanny beaten to death, and forbade the stepsister from setting foot here before their wedding. This was exactly what I had bet on. I successfully made the general witness the stepsister's cruelty with his own eyes. But he still stubbornly believed I was deliberately driving a wedge between them. He said the person who saved him 3 years ago was the stepsister, and no matter her temper, he would protect her for life.